Hello everybody, this is my project for this class in ECS 430. My policy that I decided to research on for the entirety of this semester is inadequate compensation and benefits in the early childhood system. Okay, so why I chose this policy. This policy is all about the compensation of ECS teachers, the amount of work teachers do for the little compensation, the effects that a compensation has on the quality of teacher and childcare, and what policies are being done currently to help this issue at hand. I chose this policy because I have been in childcare for a total of 5 years. I have communicated with coworkers and have seen the unfairness of how compensation is given and how much is being given. I have heard personal stories of how compensation was brought to teachers, and it is insane how little is given, let alone the amount of time passed that was done as a teacher just to barely get a raise like ever. It is insane, and why we leave is due to compensation as a major factor, and why only a few of us stay despite the compensation is because it truly is our nature to teach, but we still deserve a higher compensation. So the history for this policy: early educators started the compensation movement in the 1970s. This movement was inspired by the civil rights and women's rights movements, and childcare teachers were moving under the banner rights, raises, and respect. ECE teachers shared their thoughts and gained a huge movement when it came to fighting the rights for inadequate compensation. They built collective power together, and even though the movement was huge, we are still struggling with fighting rights to inadequate compensation today. So how has it changed over time? It has not. We are still low on our compensation. There was no policy or law moved for us to have a higher compensation. So it's still the same. We're still struggling, but we're still fighting for our rights today to earn a better compensation in our ECE setting. However, this did lead teachers to make differences in their ECE workplaces. For example, setting the whistleblowing law, which protects us as the teachers from being discriminated against when we shed light to licensing violations. So if we see something that is a violation in our classroom, our employer is not allowed to fire us or discriminate against us just because we decided to shed a light on it. So we are protected by this law, and this also made changes in ECE settings into paying teachers and their work when it came to things like trainings and resources. So for example, I have a monthly meeting, and those meetings are 100% paid, which is great because, if it wasn't paid, it would, I guess as a teacher, we all have outside lives. Having to come in to a meeting at work without being paid for it would bring us down. And also trainings and resources that we need in our classrooms. It's great that, workplaces can provide those things for us and also pay for our trainings. These new policies, amongst others that were made throughout the years because of the movement, did give less of a chance of a turnover rate and have helped ECE teachers from where they were before. So proposing to advance, what I am proposing is for all ECE centers to come together as one when it comes to encouraging teachers and helping them in their classrooms on a daily basis. Low compensation is not very encouraging, especially to teachers who struggle on a daily basis with the children in their care. It is easy to turn around and say I quit at a job that does not give a compensation equal to the work. Because this is a problem, managers and leaders at the ECE setting should provide daily resources for a teacher to feel supported in their classroom, because having support from our managers is definitely important. Working together to make an ECE setting of high quality can bring a positive effect to both the students and the teachers. So my plan is all ECE settings stand united. So I believe a website with policy and procedures on teacher compensation should be provided that anybody as a teacher in an ECE setting can access. And this way teachers are informed on policies that are ongoing, and many more ECE teachers can be better informed on how to voice their opinions. On the website, it should also include different resources a teacher can have when it comes to needing help with certain things and certain ages. The website should be directed to ECE teachers, including policies and various teacher styles that can help in each child's age. My audience, my advocacy plan audience, my target group for this plan will be for ECE teachers and themselves and our management team members, because they play a huge role on supporting us as the teachers. Being informed on this policy as teachers ourselves can help us be better informed on what we're trying to change, and lets us work together with resources like the website to make our classrooms of highest quality possible. And my final product for this project is a flyer announcing the website. It's called Teachers Connect, where we are aware, involved, informed, and heard. It talks about the policies that will be on the website. It talks about the support from each other as ECE teachers and the resources that we can give to each other. For example, if one teacher has a huge beanbag that they do not need, they can post it on this website in a certain section and announce to other teachers that, there's a beanbag for sale, or there's a beanbag for free, and now another teacher gets to have that beanbag. So I believe that this website will help other teachers come together and be very involved with what's going on with policies, especially in their compensation, and be able to be heard when it comes to having trouble in their classes or needing advice. And so I would start with my community, passing out these flyers, and that way everybody starts connecting in my community and posting the flyer on the internet and connecting with other teachers around the country, so that we can all stay together, connected and informed. And this has been the final touch for my project. Thank you so much for listening.